it's Everdeen, and today I wanted to update you on my hair journey, particularly my brilliant decision on bleaching my hair and how I am doing with the aftermath of that. Now actually I have a whole video of me going from brunette to blonde or ombre in which I pretty much take you along on my journey to get to this point, which I will tell you was not my goal. My hair did not come out as anticipated or as expected, and there was actually a lot more that I didn't know about until after I went through all of this. But that's why I wanted to make this video, so you could have a better idea of what to expect if you want to make the drastic change yourself. So let me start from the beginning. So I wanted to change because I have a lot of hair and I thought it was boring all just being one color, so I decided to try this look. And I went to the salon for a consultation and a hair dye test. I'm not sure what those are called, but basically they just dyed a strand of my hair to see how my hair would react to it, especially because I had dyed my hair red the year prior, which I loved, but unfortunately it couldn't keep up with the root maintenance. It was just too damaging on my hair, so I went back to brunette, and then the next year I decided to go ombre. And again, we needed to see how my hair would react to the bleach. If it would come out a weird color, then I would be like, no, thank you. But fortunately / unfortunately, it came out looking pretty good. It came out this semi-nice blonde color. And so I decided to go forth with it because I was really excited. So I scheduled an appointment to get my hair done, and I go through that entire process, which again, I go into more depth in that other video I was talking about, which will be linked in the description box below if you want to watch that either first or after this video. I think either way is fine. But yeah, after all that, this is what I learned. 1, that it is very expensive to dye your hair, especially when you have a lot of hair like I do. I don't know if you could see, but yeah, it's a lot of hair. And I went to Ulta, which, don't go to Ulta. It is way too expensive, and it's not like the stylists are better than the stylists at any other salon. And yes, I got fooled by the name brand or by the big company name of Ulta. And I thought that since it's a big company that their stylists would be more knowledgeable or more qualified, but no. And they typically charge more as well. And that's not to say that other salons are much cheaper or that they'll even be honest with you. There have been cases in which people go to the salon and they're told that's going to be a certain amount, but in the end are charged way more because the stylist either needed to or decided to add some more products or services to the hair job. So always make sure that you agree on the price and that you're going to stick to the price and not add anything extra unless of course they tell you. And sometimes, yes, they do tell you, but like in a sneaky way. They say something along the lines of, oh, your hair needs to be treated with this treatment. But obviously much more convincing than that. And it'll make your hair so much softer or hair much more vibrant. And then you say, okay, that's fine. But what they don't tell you is that it's 50 bucks extra. And they can actually do this to you a couple times during the hair job. And by the end of it, you have like 3 extra charges of each $50, so that's $150 extra that you did not know that you needed or that you were going to pay. You can't do anything because they already did it to your hair. You can't give it back or anything, so just be careful. Luckily, in my case, I got an honest stylist who let me know everything that she was doing and let me know if I really needed it or not. And she didn't really try to sneak in any additional charges, thank goodness. But yeah, just be prepared to pay a lot, especially if you have a lot of hair. And be aware of scammer stylists. Another thing that I learned is that in order to go from dark to light, you're going to need multiple treatments. And at first, I didn't know that. I thought that you just go in once and boom, you have lovely ombre hair. But no, that is not the case. In the video in which I share my journey, I go to the original treatment to bleach my hair, which took 9 or 10 hours. I don't remember. But yeah, somewhere along 9 or 10 hours, I was at the salon bleaching my hair. Again, because I just have so much hair and it was so dark, so it took a very, very long time. But even after that, I still needed to go again 2 or 3 more times to get more bleaching or toning treatments to get the orangey brassiness out of my hair. And then after all that, it still wasn't even close to what I wanted. Granted, actually looking back, the stylist really didn't do a good job with the ombre. It was more like a dark hair to blonde kind of look, which is exactly what I didn't want. And I even told her I do not want for it to look like it's just dark and then light. Like, I want a nice transition. And I told her that multiple times, like so many times I think I was being annoying, and then she still didn't even do it. But whatever, the whole process was just so dang long and so dang expensive that I think I just convinced myself that it looked decent. So in total, with the original treatment and then the additional ones, the whole process of me trying to get to this ombre goal was $500. And again, I didn't even get close to what I wanted it to be. So that was disappointing. So yeah, $500 later, and I still didn't even get close to the kind of blonde that I wanted. So even after all of that, I needed additional treatments to try and get to that ashy blonde color. But I was like, nope, done. Plus, it was more professional for me to go back to my natural hair color because I started a new job and I needed to look the part. And again, the dye job wasn't particularly good, so it was just better for me to go back to dark. Which, yeah, I was disappointed because of all of that drama to get to this point, but in the end, I'm so glad that I went back to Brunette, because the next thing I learned from this experience is that you need to spend a lot of money on maintenance as well. So not just the treatments, but also the maintenance. So apart from the additional treatments that you need to get in order to remove the brassiness or touch up your roots or something, you also need to constantly buy special shampoo and conditioner that helps combat the brassiness on a daily basis. And you're also going to need to purchase deep conditioning packets and special oils because your hair is going to be so damaged. Now, if you've watched my other video, I say something along the lines of that my hair feels fantastic and soft and it doesn't even look damaged. And yes, at the time it did feel and look healthy, but it wasn't, because a week or two after I uploaded that video, I realized that my hair was getting frizzier than normal, that it was much drier than it has ever been, very brittle and starting to fall off. And it felt terrible, although it didn't look that bad because again, I have a ton of hair. I was really lucky, but still losing a lot of it. Like, it was very concerning. Luckily, I have rather thick and relatively strong and natural hair, so nobody could really tell that I was losing a lot. And I probably didn't even lose as much as I would have if my hair was thinner or more damaged than it really was. I had only ever dyed my hair once, again the year prior, to red. So for those with thin hair, or for those who have hair that's very damaged from previous dye jobs, be careful because your hair just might decide that it's had enough and just fall off. So as a recap, dyeing your hair is very expensive and it may require, / most likely will require, multiple treatments. In order to get something like this, you need to start off with something like this. And just getting it to that base alone may take multiple treatments on your hair, again depending on how dark it is, how many times you've dyed it, how healthy it is, and so on and so forth. 2, be careful of sneaky stylists who try to charge you for way more than you actually need. Research reviews on the stylists, check out their website, check out their social media, look at previous work that they have done to make sure that they are good at what they do and that they will treat you right. Be aware that after you dye your hair, you're going to need to purchase special shampoos and conditioners to combat the brassiness in your hair if you go blonde, or to try and keep your color as much as possible, because eventually the color does fade and then you need to go back for more treatments, and it just never ends. Also, know that your hair will get damaged no matter what color you decide to dye it, especially if you want to bleach it. That is the most damaging thing you could possibly do to your hair, because it just strips away at your hair follicle, making it thinner, trying to remove all the pigment. So just be aware that your hair is going to go through some major trauma. So yeah, that's really everything I learned from this really annoying experience, and I hope that gives you a better idea of what to expect and what you'll probably go through as well. It has officially been a year since I re-dyed my hair back to brunette, and I am still dealing with the aftermath. Every couple of months my hair fades so much where it looks like this nasty two-tone kind of color of just from dark too light brown, and it does not look good at all. And it's not even like this pretty kind of brown, it's like this yellowy kind of brown, which I can't really explain, but it's just not pretty. So again, every couple months I actually need to re-dye it back to dark brown, which, yes, also damages my hair. So again, I am continuing to damage my hair following the fact that I damaged my hair a year ago. So thanks for that brilliant decision, past me. Plus, I still need to deep condition my hair a couple times a month because, again, I have to re-dye it, so I'm damaging it and I need to treat it, but then also I need to maintain it so that it doesn't get all frizzy and dry again, because I mean, I already feel the difference in my hair. It's not like it used to be. It's much thinner because, again, when I bleached it, the hair follicles were stripped off, so that's why it feels really thin, and it was also really dry because it was stripped and it's just not as healthy anymore. So I need to constantly be deep conditioning it and treating it with oils and all that stuff. Okay, so final words of advice. Try a wig first. If you have an urge to do something drastic and get this major change, try a wig first, see if you like it. And maybe it was just a temporary heat of the moment kind of urge that you wanted to go from really dark black brunette to silver blonde, which you're not gonna have any hair after that. But yeah, you could try the wig out and then maybe you could wear it for a couple days and then you'll get over it, and then you would have saved all that money and all that time and all that hassle and all that damage. But on the other hand, you may love it so much and think this is me and want it permanently, and then decide that it's worth going through all that I just talked about. And that's awesome. Hopefully it comes out exactly how you want it, because as we all know from my experience, it doesn't always come out as expected. It depends on your hair, it depends on the stylist, it depends how much money you want to throw into it. So good luck on reaching your hair goals. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful or entertaining or anything else that's positive. If so, please give it a thumbs up and also click that red subscribe button if you have not already, so I can see you next time. Bye!